Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you can see today, we have the old satchel bag and we're actually gonna do some disc reviews. Yes, we are gonna do some disc reviews, not something we tackle here very often on the channel, but when they get delivered to the side of your van at a disc golf course, it's kind of hard not to check them out, especially when it's a run by Ken Climo. So we are just gonna jump right into it. First, let's go over exactly what we have in the bag. This is the distance driver, the prototype Skyway. Yeah, I give that about a 3 out of 5 on the name. Not the biggest fan of the Skyway, but we have 11.4 neg 1.3. And doing a little research, it says, just as the Sunshine Skyway Bridge spans Tampa Bay with elegance and strength, the Climo Skyway sails through the air with remarkable consistency and glide. The Skyway delivers impressive distance potential with a touch of overstable control, making it an excellent choice for players of all skill levels. With its 11-speed rating and an exceptional glide, this driver delivers distance with control and a reliable finish. Advanced players will appreciate its ability to handle power throws and moderate headwinds with ease, while newer players will find it dependable for consistent hyzer finishes. Now, I know a lot of people were coming out and saying, oh, it's just a Rock, a Casey AVR, and a Wraith. Guys, that's like most of the disc market for quite a while now. Like, obviously that was probably the base of these. They were, you know, Ken's top 3 discs. He's the one who kind of made them as famous as they are. He probably added a little of his personal touch. The one interesting thing is there's a lot of talk on glide. This is only a 4 glide. That's pretty low for a distance driver, but I'm excited to check it out. In the mid-range position, we have the Bel Air 5402. Now, I will say they are, you know, different flight numbers from the Wraith, Rock, and AVR. I'm not entirely sure about the AVR, but the Wraith and the Rock, these are slightly different. Embodying the spirit of the sea breeze, the Climo Bel Air is the ultimate mid-range of Ken's design. Named after the street where Ken grew up in Clearwater, Florida, and nearby Bel Air Golf Club. This disc draws from decades of Ken's experience and passion. With its familiar beaded feel, the Bel Air offers a straight flight path and effortless glide, giving you control when you need it the most. Whether you're navigating tight fairways or lining up a precise shot, the Bel Air is designed to perform with consistency and confidence. Now, I know there's going to be some people commenting saying, oh, just get to it, he talks too much. I am literally doing a disc review, guys. I think it's important to look at the disc, look at the flight numbers, and see what see what Climo Disc has to say about it. So lastly, we are gonna check out the putter. Now this one comes in a bag. That's real nice. The Prototype Champ 2300. I don't know about Casey Pro AVRs, but this rim is definitely shallower than an AVR. Let's see, Ken Climo's legacy of 12 world titles and countless victories was built on his mastery of the putting green. Now channel that same confidence with the Climo Champ. With a neutral flight and plenty of glide, the Champ is perfect for disc golfers who favor a straightforward point-and-shoot putting style, but it doesn't stop there. Its great torque resistance and smooth release makes it just as effective off the tee. Thanks to its standard depth, flat edge wing, and micro bead, the Champ delivers consistency and control whether you're in circle 1 or looking to get there. I like that last line. It is very solid. So yeah, there we go. There's the 3 discs, and we're just going to jump right to it. I'm at a course I've never been to, and we're just going to start right in the middle of it. I have walked up to an absolute menace of a first hole for a disc review, 422 feet. As you can see, we're throwing over this big kind of ravine. The basket's way up there to the right, extremely tight line. We're going to have to try to rip this Skyway, hopefully get a nice little flip up, maybe a late turn, something I can do with my Wraith. Really excited. It's only 169 grams. And another thing too, I couldn't find on the website any info on the plastic. I've been told that it's Cataplast plastic. I have no idea if that's true or not, but let's see how it does for its maiden voyage. Dead straight. Whoa. That was a crazy tree kick. So here's where the Skyway landed. We've left ourselves a very difficult approach shot. As you can see, we're going a mile uphill, plus we need to hold kind of a slight ante the entire way. Now, looking at this and reading about it, seems pretty stable, you know, with the flight numbers 2300. So especially going uphill and needing the anhyzer, I'm gonna throw it real hard and I think it should handle the torque just fine. Oh yeah, nope. I'll be honest, like this is a very tough hole, but they're flying good. They feel, it could be cataplast plastic. It feels awesome in the hand. I would assume this is a par 4, so we have a outside look at a long birdie putt here, going quite a bit uphill, and we need a lot of stability at the end. So I think the Champ will do great for this. I'm gonna guess we're around 60 feet for the 3. Oh, wow, that turned out better than I thought. Turned out much better than I thought. Not a bad start. Our next hole is 220 feet. The basket's looking right at us, and we have this kind of touchy turnover shot and the standard hyzer shot going down the right-hand side. I do think that the Bel Air is going to be a little more of a touch disc, so I think I will try the Annie with that, and I'm going to take the Champ and rip it down the right side because it seems pretty torque resistant, and honestly, feels pretty good, so let's see how it does. All right, everyone knows you get one redo. All right, let's try that again. Oh, man, that was close. The Champ so far flies really good. I am surprised. And I think part of it is how good they feel in the hand, because I'm not someone who, you know, exaggerates. These honestly just feel really good. So now we're gonna try this turnover lane with the Bel Air. You know, it stinks. I'm hitting a lot of trees. I mean, people who really like know disc golf know, like, these are flying good. Like that held, you know, the turnover. It just happens that the course I randomly picked is extremely tight and wooded. Let's see if we can knock down a long one here with the Champ. We're probably around 65, maybe even 70 feet for the 2. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, both the putts with that thing have felt great. And if you guys know how much I've been struggling lately, like, I'm having legitimate thoughts about using that putter. While meandering around, I have found an open field, and I think this will be good. Get the camera right behind me, throw some tracers on them, see how they fly kind of out in the open, trying to push for some real distance here. Now, with the Champ here, I'm just gonna try to get a nice little flip up. I think it might give us some turn, but I think it will hook up at the end. I think with the Bel Air, we might try to get a little fancy, throw this one flat. I think it should hold a beautiful turn, but the whole time it's not gonna turn and burn, and then it's gonna give us that fade at the end. And the Skyway will kind of be a full bore shot, barely on a hyzer, see if we can get some flip, maybe some turn, but I'm sure it will get that left finish. Nice and straight. It definitely handles torque. There's no doubt about that. It definitely handles torque, kind of like my Rhino does, but it goes a little farther than my Rhino. You could trust that, putting it on some turn, and it will fight its way back. Now, let's see how the Bel Air does. Like I said, flat out of the hand, kind of a max distance type mid-range shot. Oh yeah, beautiful flight. Definitely went a little high, but as you can see, it got that nice gradual turn. If we put it on more angle, it would hold. You can put that on angle. It is not gonna turn and burn 100%. Now, let's see what the Skyway has in it when we really add some juice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they're 3 just workhorses. They're absolute workhorses. Nothing too touchy, nothing too flippy. They're gonna just kind of be your standards in the bag. And I mean, they all do a good job of it. So I was roughly aiming for this practice basket over there on the road. And I'll be honest, we got quite a bit of distance with this thing. I wish I had my rangefinder, but we might as well try to putt it out. And I'll be honest, completely honest, if this putt feels good, I'll probably try to play an entire round with it. I mean, oh my goodness, they're good discs, guys. They really are. I'm surprised. Like they do feel good, and the plastic feels like it's gonna beat in. Like once this Skyway beats in a bit, I think it will be an absolute crusher. The Bel Air, kind of the same thing, I would say, but it feels pretty good in the hand as it is. That concludes our little review here of the Climo prototypes. Now, my quick kind of evaluation, the Skyway, it's a great disc. Did it blow my mind? Did it feel like anything new? Not at all. It does feel great in the hand. It does kind of have a Wraith vibe. It will get you your consistent left finish. Even if you put a ton of torque on it, you can maneuver it, but it's gonna get that left finish. And for a beginner, this will just kind of be a straight hyzer disc. Had a bit more fade at the end of its flight than I expected. Really, it's just a great driver. If you want to support Ken Climo, it's not a bad choice. Up next, the Bel Air. This one did the least amount for me, to be honest. It does kind of have that rock vibe, and I'm not really a rock thrower, so that might explain it in itself. But it is a workhorse mid-range. I feel like I've preferred other ones a lot more, but it's workable. You can get more movement with the Bel Air. Still it will be fighting for that left finish the entire time. The Champ, I think, the Champ surprised me. I think it's a really good putter. It is good off the tee. It can handle a lot of torque. It will flip up. It is going to kind of bite down quicker than I expected. But again, as it beats in, it will be a menace off the tee. And like you guys saw, for putting, especially if you know the putters I use are nothing like this, it's good. Like, I like this a lot. I like the shallower rim. And I think I'm legitimately going to try this for a round. And as far as disc reviews go, this is the only disc that I've ever reviewed, and I'm actually going to check it out. So that says a lot for the Champ. I want to give a huge shout out to Stan Hula. I was literally trying to take a nap in Garetta at Etowah. I tried to drive through Atlanta at like 6 in the morning. Worst traffic in the entire world is Atlanta. And he woke up and he dropped me off these, and he also gave me the coolest Boss I've ever seen. I did exchange him. I gave him the Dirt Boss I threw at JP Mosley, but he said he bought this about 10 years ago, and it's got like the coolest stamp I've ever seen. I am ecstatic. I love gifts from subscribers. He's telling me to throw it or sell it. Clearly, I'm not gonna sell it, guys, but I don't even know if I wanna throw it. This might just end up on the wall. So big shout out to Stan for kind of making this video happen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now it's your turn to go toss some plastic.